And I'd like to welcome you all to our advanced tech training, where today we will be previewing the latest and newest upcoming operating system for iPad, but also Apple's other devices. So we'll be doing our iPad OS 26 preview today. And again, thanks so much for coming on. The WildTech DC Senior Digital Equity Program, its owners and presenters offer technical assistance, virtual health, well-being information designed for educational purposes only. You should not rely on the information in any apps or topics made by WildTech, including but not limited to mobile device applications and any social media pages maintained by WildTech, its owners or presenters as a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, treatment, or legal advice. Thanks so much for letting me read the disclaimer. Can't see me, hear me? Please let me know. Appreciate that. Let's keep our TVs and cell phones in mind. And as always, make sure you take notes and your screenshots so you could review the information for later on if you would like. So today we'll be talking all about iPadOS, so what it is, and then we'll be talking about the upcoming version coming out in the fall, iPadOS 26. So some new features, apps, customizations, things of that nature. And of course, we'll have our overview and discussion. So thanks so much. So first up, we're going to be learning about the history of the iPad operating system and its beginnings. So this may be familiar to some, but new to some as well. So I hope you enjoy. Again, the iPad is a line of tablet computers by Apple and was first introduced in January 2010. So about 15 years. Isn't that amazing, right? By then CEO Steve Jobs. The iPad's launch marked the beginning of a new era in portable computing. The idea for the iPad emerged as Apple explored ways to bridge the gap between smartphones and laptops, again, providing a more portable and versatile computing device. So again, it's the in-between. So again, I have my laptop right here that I'm using. I have my phone, and then I have the tablet. So I definitely think of it as the between. You can do things that you can do on the laptop and the phone on the tablet, but it's more portable and the screen is quite big, so you can still see everything, but it's still very light. So I love the iPad. I hope you all do as well. Just a fun fact, tidbit of information. This is Apple's first commercial.
Be the charming type. Take off your gloves.
Again, 15 years ago, Apple commercial.
I'll let you cry if you close your eyes. I have an answer for your eyes.
And just see how it looks before. So again, 15 years ago. Can you believe it, right? So that was iPad's very first commercial over 15 years ago. There are so many different things that you can do on your iPad, and there are over 2 million apps on the App Store. So no one has gone through all of those. So there's always a gem to find and something that you could utilize in your daily lives. But some of the most common apps or popular apps include social media. So Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, or before X as they call it now. So very, very popular social media apps. Video streaming, things like YouTube, where we have our YouTube channel. You can watch our previously recorded videos, Netflix, Disney Plus, Amazon Prime, those free ones we talked about in the past, like Tubi and Freevee, are great. You also have productivity and creativity. So there's the Apple apps like Pages and Keynote, that we've talked about, but there's also Microsoft apps, Google apps, Photoshop, GarageBand, so even creating music on your device is possible. Of course, one of the main draws is gaming on the device. There's so many different games, like puzzle and strategy games that many people play. I know, I think everyone that has the Apple device plays at least like one or two games that they really like. So maybe not hundreds, right? But those one or two or three games, that's how kind of I am with my iPad and my phone. I just have a few games that I play, but I will add to the roster if I really like it. You know what I'm saying? You also have communication, so Messenger, Zoom, FaceTime. We'll be talking about the new phone app on the iPad later on, so that's a sneak peek. But there are many ways to communicate on the device, just like a phone. And last but not least is education. So we talked about Duolingo, learning languages, Quizlet. You can make flashcards, Khan Academy. You can learn about subjects you may have wanted to learn about in school, but may have not gotten a chance to. So make sure you take a screenshot and check out some of these apps so you can familiarize with yourself with them because they are very quite popular and useful to many different people. Thank you. Hope you enjoy so far. Again, the benefits of your iPad is portable, convenient, it's very versatile. That you can do many things like browse the web and send emails, edit documents, take notes. It's user friendly. Once you use it a couple of times, utilizing different apps and navigating can become very seamless. It's all about practicing and making it kind of consistent, right? With anything you do in life, if you do a few minutes a day or then 30 minutes a day or something like that, you will see progress in anything, not just using your iPad, okay? And of course, there's an extensive app ecosystem. There's over 2 million apps on the App Store to utilize. So there's always something for us to talk about. We've talked about maybe five, maybe 500 apps together in our sessions, but there are so many different apps that are still there that, to yet to be explored. So the iPad OS is again the operating system for iPads. iOS is for iPhone, so the mobile operating system. But iPad OS has additional features and optimizations that are tailored specifically for the larger screen and the capabilities of the iPad. The system provides multitasking capabilities, improved file management, and a redesigned home screen, and more advanced productivity features compared to iOS and iPhones. I mean, again, that bigger screen and that a little more advanced system will allow you to do many different things. But as in the future and even now, I think iOS and iPadOS are kind of basically similar. They're both really good at what they do. So if you have an iPhone and an iPad, then I would definitely take advantage of the latest update and upgrade again coming this fall. This is how to update your iPad. So I'm going to show this video here, but also demo it on both of the iPads that I have. So that way, again, you can update your iPad now to iPadOS 18 and take advantage of those features. And then you'll learn how to update to iPadOS 26 later on. So hope you enjoy the video and the demonstration.
By keeping your iPad up to date, you can get the most out of your device with the latest features and security enhancements. We'll show you how to update your iPad wirelessly and how to update it using a computer. Before you start, make sure you back up your device, connect it to power, and connect it to the internet. Let's start by showing you how to update your iPad wirelessly. When there's an update available, you might get a notification which you can tap to start the update process. Or a badge might appear on the Settings app icon on your home screen. To check for an update, open Settings. Tap General if you're not already there, and tap Software Update. If you have automatic updates enabled, when a new version of iPadOS is available, your iPad downloads and installs the update overnight while charging and connected to Wi-Fi. Or you can install updates manually. You might have the option to choose between two available updates. If you'd like to continue using the version of iPadOS that's currently on your device, you can still install important security updates for a period of time. Or you can upgrade to the latest version. For either option, you can tap Update Tonight if you want to wait until later, and your iPad will update overnight while it's locked and the battery has enough charge. Or to update right away, tap Update Now. Then enter your passcode. Follow any other prompts, which might include reviewing and accepting the terms and conditions, to continue. Your iPad will begin the update process, and when it's finished, your iPad will restart. Next, let's look at how you can update your iPad.
Okay, thank you so much again for watching that video. It's again how to update your iPad. Pretty simple. I'm going to showcase it here on the iPad as well. So again, go to your settings. So you can check this right now. So if you would like to follow along, please do. Hit your home button to go to your home screen. Okay. When you're on your home screen, you're going to find your settings app. So whether it's at the bottom right, or if you have to find your settings app, or even swipe down in the middle and search for it, please do. You can go to settings. And then in general, so it's probably going to be a general already, but if it's not, click general or tap on general. And this also works for your iPhone as well. So same instructions if you have an iPhone, same thing. You're going to go to software update on the right-hand side. And then you will see if it's up to date or not. So on this iPad right here, iPadOS 18.5. So again, for iPads 7th gen or later, so that should be everyone in the program, you should be able to have iPadOS 18 on your device. So point one came out, last year when it first came out in October, November. Now we're at 18.5. So we're probably going to get point 0.6, maybe probably in the next month or two. And then for the ninth or the 8th generation iPads and later, so not the 7th gen iPads, you will be able to update to iPad OS 26 or upgrade, I should say. Okay. So again, at the top, it should say automatic updates, and I recommend that you have these three settings on or green. So for automatic updates, okay? So that way you can automatically install the updates when your iPad is connected to Wi-Fi, charging, and it's locked, so basically overnight, and also automatically downloading the actual update. So it's the install and the update. We have a updating your iPad session on our YouTube channel. Make sure you check that out if you just want to learn a little more. But this is in essence what we did during that session, okay? Make sure it's up to date. So if I'm on my other device right here, okay, so give me one moment to share on this iPad. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go to settings. So yes, of course, if make sure you start the update maybe after the session, before the 1:30 today, you know, if you need to, right? So again, I go to general here on the left-hand side on my iPad right here, and then I hit software update. Okay. And on the right-hand side, there you go. I have not updated my, this iPad yet. So that's, from the video, you see it says update now or update tonight. Okay. And each time you update your iPad or iPhone, you'll be able to see some information about it. So new emojis, new mail categorization, new custom new features in different apps, security updates. So you can read what each update brings to your device. Okay, so make sure you hit update now or update tonight. But make sure you plug your device in and that you have enough charge, connect to Wi-Fi, all that good stuff. But I highly recommend you hit update now. So you see the difference, right? If it's up to date, it will say up to date. If you have to update your iPad, then it will say update now, update tonight, download. It may say different things, but essentially, make sure you check this out once in a while, maybe once a month. That's what I do for updates. So check it about maybe once a month to see if I need to update my device. But I follow a lot of news or tech news, so I end up seeing it as soon as it happens, and I just end up updating it. But it's up to you, and just make sure you keep it update, especially for those security updates and bug fixes. These updates and upgrades are meant to help your device. So, um, if you can, check out this on your own, okay? Especially after our class today, if you need to update, do that, and you'll be able to take advantage of those new features. Any questions about anything we've covered so far? So we've talked about the history of iPadOS, what it is, conveniences of the iPad, and any questions or comments. Hope you again enjoy, learn something new, and get to check out if you need to update your device. Okay.
Alex.
Hey Sandra, how are you?
All right. Mine won't update for some reason. I done did everything you just said. It just won't update.
Okay. So in the what does it say when you get to this page that I'm on right here? Does
Okay, then let me
you
go
may
back
need
to,
to clear up some storage. So thank you for asking that question. Yes, you may need to clear up some storage. If you try to hit update now and it says you may not have enough storage, you may have to check your iPad storage and maybe delete a few apps because each update, uses some amount of storage, because it stays on the iPad. So I'm thinking that is the challenge. So
well, I'm only at 58.64 in storage.
okay. Well, it just depends on the update. So if you go back to general or hit back at the top and go back to software update,
Hmm.
I would again just try going over and see what it says because there has to be a reason why that it's not doing it. So again, I make sure you hit update now and then just let me know what happens. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Um, all right, Miss Wilmington, you had a question about anything we covered so far? Again, you can unmute yourself. Thank you so much. Seconds. Any other questions? Again, you can unmute yourself. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone.
Oh, okay, I'm on. I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry.
It's okay.
I forgot to do the red line. Okay. Now my I see an update or SOS come on my telephone, on my cell phone, but and they say they are updated, within 24 hours or 18 hours or something like that. But I've never seen anything on this iPad. So do I need to figure out how to do that to update it on the iPad? And I do have an Apple phone.
Yeah, so again, Ms. Wilmington, so definitely with the steps that we had went over. So did you go to settings and then go to general and then hit
Well, I tried,
updates?
but I got knocked out. So I'm gonna wait till I get off and try it.
Well, you shouldn't be not you could again I was in Zoom and I was able to just see what it said. So I would definitely try again, Miss Wilmington. Just hit your home button
I
and
did that.
go to your settings and I want you to try again, okay?
Okay, but it's gonna knock me out.
It won't ish you're not leaving the meeting. So again, I believe in you, Miss Wilmington, okay?
Okay, all right, I'm gonna do it.
You got this. So just let me know in a little bit, okay? Yeah, so again, thank you so much. So hope you guys have luck and see what it says. So I got you too. So just let me know, Miss Sandra, Miss Wilmington, okay? Next up, we're gonna just go over quickly the operating system's evolution. So this is a quick video on how it used to look and how iPadOS looks now. So just a fun tidbit of info. Like iPadOS 9, this is like 10, I think. Getting to look pretty familiar, but look at how it used to look. That's that control center. So it really came a long way. So I hope you enjoy that video and just see how advanced, the operating system has become in these past few years. I hope you guys enjoyed. Okay, so today we are going to be viewing some of WWDC 2025, which stands for Apple's Worldwide Developers Conference. It is an annual event hosted by Apple where they announce new software updates, technologies, and tools for their various platforms, including iOS, iPadOS, macOS, so iPhone, iPad, desktop. Uh, this conference serves as a platform for developers to learn about the latest advancements in Apple's ecosystem and gain insights into new features that they can utilize in their app development. So this is for consumers like us and users of Apple technology, and for the developers that create the different apps and what they can do now. Okay, so let's go into this preview, you guys. So first up, I'm gonna share all the links here in the chat so you can watch it for iOS because that's about 30 minutes or so. But we're gonna jump to the iPad OS section of this video after the introduction, okay? The great thing is in the description of the video, you see that there's the timestamps for each of the different systems. So make sure you utilize that on your iPad as well if you utilize the description in the YouTube video. But we're going to watch the introduction and then go straight to iPad OS. And we'll be going over some additional links you can utilize, okay? Hope you guys enjoy and learn something new. And you can unmute and react and be, hey, that's cool or different. Hope you guys enjoy. Again, I shared the link in the chat. So if you have an iPhone, Apple Watch, desktop, Apple device, Vision Pro, and iPad, then you can see all of the different um, improvements and features that are coming up. Lots to digest. Any thoughts?
Wow.
Hey, and yeah, hope you all enjoyed.
Yes, it's really interesting, but is it going to be available? Hi, Alex. Is it going to be available for our iPads?
That was my question.
Yep. So that's a great question. Thank you. I also just shared this link right here in the chat with you all. So this basically summarizes what we watched in the video. But also I even did a quick Google search and they give you a lot of great information. So let's go over it. So again, it's coming this fall, iPadOS 26. They changed to the year-based number now. So it's coming out in fall 2025. That's why it's called iPadOS 26. So next year it'll be 27 going forward, okay? So a new design with liquid glass. We're gonna watch that video in a bit about that. It's just more delightful and vibrant. New windowing systems. You could put folders in the docks now, which is great in case you have a lot of files that you want to access. The preview app, so that comes from the laptops and desktops, so you can more easily, fill out forms online. If you get a PDF, if you get an application through email, you can fill it out and send it right back very, very easily with this app. You can do that now, but there's now an app dedicated to that preview. And there's even communication with live translation. So in messages or FaceTime. So if you're speaking to someone in a different language, it will translate that voice right then and there for you, which is really quite amazing. The new look, I mean, all the notes look, or all the apps look really nice. The icons looks very crisp and clear. Hope you guys like that. Um, New lock screen, I can't wait for this. This looks pretty cool. Every time you open your iPad, you have a beautiful, vibrant lock screen. You have different controls. Just everything is just more elegant. Multitaskers. So I can't wait for this window. You can have 6 like of these different apps at once or have different layouts. And isn't that amazing? Just you can have different things open if you'd like. Productivity, new folders in the dock, preview, a new files app. You can have icons for your folders now, which is really nice. Things with Apple Intelligence like live translation and expressing yourself. Communication, new phone app. Okay, so I'm not sure. I think it will be in addition to the FaceTime app, but yeah, you can make and take calls just like the iPhone it says. So I can't wait to explore that. I never thought the phone app would come to iPad. So
I know, that's great.
That I'm looking forward to.
yeah, just they're trying to
That-
make things more seamless, like with the close and the minimize. They're just trying to make all devices kind of work similar to each other so you can use them, better and more easier. I love it.
Now, are
Yeah.
we gonna need more storage? Are we gonna have to purchase more storage or?
Yeah, this is for the actual iPad. So this takes up storage in the actual iPad. You're talking about the iCloud storage, but any update or upgrade requires storage that's on the actual iPad. So again, that's why it's so important just to once in a while take a look at your iPad and your storage and see what apps you may not use, or maybe some apps that are taking up quite a bit of storage that you don't use. So yeah, so it will be quite a large upgrade. So I would just keep your iPad storage in mind and go into general uh, iPad storage, but we'll also talk about during the module today too. Okay.
Okay, all right.
Mhm. I love that.
Thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure. This is so fun. This is all new. So, it's a preview, learning about myself. This happened on Monday. So, this whole WWDC thing. So, it's new to a lot of folks. Yeah, even polls and messages. I can't wait to send my friend a poll in the messages app. That sounds pretty fun. What do you want to do today? Movie? Something else? And there's so much more that they didn't talk about in the video, like accessibility, new experience design with Braille users in mind. I can't wait for that. Maybe some of our past presenters would love to explore that. New Photos app, pretty easy to access. There's uh, the new Journal app. Well, it's not new on iPhone. You can take, it's literally a journaling app if you like to journal or want to journal. It's an Apple's journaling app. It's going to come to iPad, just like how the calculator app came to iPad last year. The Journal app will also be going. So if I ever wanted to create a digital journal where you can write and illustrate and create, that's a great app. Calculator, new features, notes, capture conversations in the phone app, and then you can export that note or that transcription into a note file, which is cool. The games is going to have its very own app. Audio recording is great. So there's quite a bit that's coming to iPadOS 26. I can't wait for this display. I think that it's just going to look so sleek and really, really nice. So iPadOS 26 is compatible with these devices. So for us, again, our first participants, they did receive a seventh generation iPad, but for the majority of you guys should have a ninth generation iPad. So um, yes, those with the 7th gen iPad will not be able to update to iPadOS 26. But of course, it will still be your iPad will still be functional and working, of course. Um, but yes, if you most of us should have a ninth generation iPad, and then you'll be able to upgrade it. So in the fall when it comes out, just like with the regular updates, you would go to General, Software Update, and then you would see where it says Upgrade to iPadOS 26. Okay, so I also shared this link here in the chat. Um, Hope you guys enjoyed this, again, this preview right here. Anything new? Anything you're excited for so far?
Yeah, where you can make and receive phone calls. Yeah, I like
Yeah, I
Uh-huh.
was getting
that
ready to
part.
say that.
Right,
Yeah,
because you can do that now on your iPad in a
Yeah.
way. It's the FaceTime audio
right.
call, but it's not
Mhm,
like a phone call. So again, they're just trying to be more seamless. So I'm happy that
mhm,
they're adding it because
mhm.
on the iPhone you have the phone and the FaceTime app.
Yeah, I
So
do FaceTime.
Yeah.
so on the
Mhm,
iPad, yes, you will have that
mhm,
phone and the FaceTime
And
apps.
the FaceTime, right?
Yeah,
Both
mhm.
so
of them.
I can't wait for that. I can't wait to try that
Me
out.
too.
Yeah.
I don't try that one.
The
And,
journal app, I like it on the phone. I think I really like it on the iPad. I can't wait for
Mhm.
that.
it's
Um,
just there's a
mhm.
lot of excitement, lot of things like to explore.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
This link here that I provided again at the top, you see that when you go to it, you can check out the iOS. So even looking at what's coming out for iPhone, so it's quite a few things with iPhone that you can check out um, as
Well,
well
I
as
don't have an
so there's
iPhone.
yeah, some of the iPhone features will also be on the iPad too. So I would also check it out. But even like the Maps app is getting an update. Photos, reminders is getting an update on the iPhone, the clock app. I think it's great. So if you have about an iPhone SE or 11 and above, you should be good with iOS 26. So, yeah, there's quite a lot of devices too. With our last time, I think we're going to watch these two videos. So this is liquid glass. So this is just the design of different Apple products. So I think we just watched it, but it's going to go a little more in depth. And then we're going to look at some new things from Apple across all different devices. So you certainly will. You guys know it's not too different. It's just a new look, and it's meant to make things and navigating much easier. So we're going to have a ton of fun.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Ms. Deborah, you just had a comment. You can unmute yourself if you have a comment or
Yeah,
anything.
it seems like for the phones, I had an iPhone and um, the kid said to me, "Oh, it's too old. You can't keep updating it. You know, you need to get a new phone." What causes that?
Say that again, Ms. Deborah.
Does your does your iPhone or your iPad get too old to take updates?
Okay, that's a great question, Ms. Deborah. Thank you so much. So as mentioned before, so for the iPads, again, this update right here, you have to have an iPad that's at least an 8th generation or later. So even if you go to some of the sites that we had went over, you'll see the compatible devices. For the iPhone, for the iOS update upgrade that will come out, it's about an iPhone 11 or later. As long as you have that, then you should still be able to update or upgrade your device. Eventually, yes, in about, I would say maybe 5, 7 years, maybe. That's when like our iPads may not be able to update, but that's a pretty long time. So I think that's why they do the preview so they can let folks know what's going on. But yes, I mean all of technology eventually will, be there's be just something that's more updated eventually. So I wouldn't maybe worry about that now for your iPad, but for the iPhone, and as long as you have an 11 or later, you should be good to go with with this upgrade. Again, it's not coming out until fall, so like October, November, but um just make sure you learn it and check out as much as you can so you can check that out, okay? I hope that's helpful. So again, yeah, either whether you have an iPhone or an iPad, you can go to General and Settings, Software Update, and then you're going to be able to see if you're going to be able to update or upgrade at that time. So I hope that's helpful. Our last video here is just a quick 2-minute video and just new things on the way from Apple. So again, no matter what device you may have, I hope you guys learn about what's going on. And there are changes across all different devices. So again, any last thoughts? Anything you're excited for? And hope you guys enjoyed the session today. It was really fun.
I'll use that function where you like we're calling different agencies and they put you on hold forever. That's gonna
Mm-hmm.
be a great thing.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is. I can't wait for that.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Alex,
Uh-huh.
this is Alice Hayes. So I just put in the chat that I do not have an iPhone. So what for those of us who do not have an iPhone but have a Samsung phone, is there, so the iPad we can use the phone for the iPad even if we don't have an iPhone?
So, Miss Alice, you may be overthinking it, and I want to help you out as much as I can. So again,
Yeah.
for iPad, again, I know you have an iPad from us. So again,
Yes.
you can update your if it's a 8th generation or later, then you're able to update your iPad or upgrade your iPad in the fall, when iPadOS 26 comes out. But
Okay, where do I go? Is there a place? Did you tell us where to go on the screen to update?
yeah, so
I was late. I'm sorry.
it's okay. I had went over that in the beginning of the session. But
Okay,
you would
okay.
make sure you rewatch it, but you would go to settings, general, and then you would hit software update, and then you would check to see if you can update your iPad. So if it's been a
Okay.
while, I would check that out, okay?
Yes,
And
okay.
then for the Samsung phones, yes, I did not mention those phones today, but they also do their update. So in those
Mm-hmm.
phones or those devices, you would go to settings, and then you could either search or if you know where the update portion or settings are, then you will be able to see if you can update your device in that way. But yes, that's a,
Well,
Samsung
the iPad is
technology
a,
system.
yeah. I know the iPad is what we're kind of primarily talking about. So you're saying go to settings general to start that process on
And
the
then you hit
iPad.
software update. Yeah. So as soon as our session is over on your iPad, go to settings, find general, and then you'll see it says software update. So you can see if you can update your iPad right now to 18. You're probably on 18 already. If not, you can update your device so to the latest version. As long as it says afterwards up to date, you should be good to go,
Up
okay?
to date.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you for asking that, Miss Alice. Thanks for coming on.
Alex,
Oh.
just thank you for all of this information. I'm looking forward to some of this stuff. I'm pretty good on my iPad, but some of this I don't think I'll need, but it's good to know. I do like when I'm in my ministry, I do meet people who speak a different language. So that part on the iPad would be good for me.
Yeah, the live transcription with the voice notes and all that good stuff. So I love
Oh,
that.
you mean a real different language, not just a computer language. You mean a foreign
Well,
language.
you can do that even now. It's called the Translate app. We had talked about that about a few months ago. So if you're next to someone now that speaks a different language, you could do that. But it's just a little more seamless with those additional features. Like over FaceTime, you'll be able to see the translation live if someone else is speaking a different language. So
Oh, great.
but yeah, that's the Translate app. I would check that out in case you're speaking to someone in a different language. It should be on your iPads already.
I have a
But
question.
yes, I do have to go after that.
Oh,
Okay. Yes.
okay. The apps that will be coming, when it says update, the apps that you update, they're all free.
So
Yes.
in general, Miss Deborah, if you want to update an app, you would go to the App Store, and then at the top right-hand corner, you should see your initials or your profile picture.
No, I'm asking that when the update, when you go to, the general software update, when it
Yes.
goes
Yes.
to update overnight or whatever, the app that they put on will be free.
Well, yes, to update your device, it's a free, it's always been free ever since
Okay.
Thank you.
came out. So software updates are always free. Again, there's no
Thank you.
cost. I would have mentioned that.
Okay.
And that's why you haven't, we have these devices. You got them and they're made to update for years and years after they come out, which is really great. So you can use them for a long time. So yes, I would check your iPads now to update to the latest version of iPadOS 18. But in the fall, we'll mention it or talk about it again when it comes sooner to that time, but that way you'll be able to upgrade at that time as well, okay?
Okay.
So yes, make sure you
Thank
check
you.
out the links in the chat, you guys. Today was a really fun session, and I'll see you soon in about 20 minutes or so for Module 1. We're going to have Jordan talk about the DCPL app, and we'll be doing an intro to the iPad. So Module 1, great basic info, but you always learn something new. So I'll see you all in about 20 minutes, okay? Thanks so
Okay.
much for
Bye.
coming on. I hope you guys enjoyed our session today.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Talk to you soon. We'll
I'll
be
see
able to
you
chat
soon.
afterwards,
Bye.
okay?
Goodbye.
Thank you so much for attending. Hope you enjoyed
I
today.
did.
Thank you so much.
Let me see now.
Have a good day, everyone. See you
Okay.
soon. See you 20 minutes.